Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and something special about my channel that I really like is that I get to help you guys out in so many aspects, but mainly pertaining to Overwatch, whether it's trying to help you guys out with a tip video, or like a guide video, or even just trying to make a funny moments video and try to help your day out by putting a smile on your face. That's something I love about it. But this type of video isn't really going to be any of those type of things. It's not really going to be straightforward. It's not really even going to be a step-by-step process, like here are 3 steps that you need to do, and by this, you'll climb to that, and it's not really like that. And I know there's going to be some people in my comments saying, oh, I came to this video trying to end my losing streak, and you didn't have, I hate you, bro, I hate Overwatch. It's like, okay, first of all, calm down. Okay, you have a negative attitude, so that's probably something you gotta work on yourself. But in all honesty, I sometimes actually do get a lot of those comments, just Debbie Down comments like, oh, I'm losing all this SR, you know, it really won't help me because of all the people that are throwing games. You know, thank Bro You Whack, but this really doesn't pertain to me because I'm perfect. It's just my stupid teammates. And it really does break my heart because, yes, I know, like, even for me, for an example, I'm not always perfect. I still lose games. I never try to set out to be the perfect Overwatch player, even though I kind of put myself out there to be somewhat of a coach or a leader, or God, I don't know what you want to call it, all that kind of corny titles and whatnot. I give a lot of advice, but even myself, for an example, I'm still dropping, I still climb, I still have my ups and downs and staggers, and I still go on losing streaks, but it's those losing streaks that really puts me in a position to really help you guys out, even if you're on a losing streak, because in all honesty, when you do go on a losing streak in Overwatch, there's a lot more going on than just you not doing that well in the game. Maybe your aim is off, and there's a lot more going on than people just throwing the game away. And there's a lot more things going on than people not communicating, you know? You honestly, and this might sound a little bit corny. I'm not trying to make this video all like psychedelic and all corny. It's like you need to look at yourself, realize what you know. That's really stupid. But in a sense, you sometimes do have to look at yourself and realize what you're doing and just kind of set yourself at ease. Because when you do go on a losing streak, you get anxiety, you get stressed out, you get nervous, you get really angry, you get all these emotions that aren't positive, and that deteriorates you and just also separates your love from Overwatch. And this video is supposed to help restore that love, but also just restore ease at you, because again, a lot of the time people will just say, oh, you just need to get good at Overwatch, just get good at climbing. But what do you need to do when you are on a losing streak? Because this is what this video is supposed to help you with. But all the things that I'm about to tell you is stuff that, again, isn't really step by step, isn't really like something that you wake up in the morning, you eat waffles, and this is how you end the losing. It's not really like that, but I have to explain the losing process and how it actually kind of helps you in a way, because again, yes, losing does suck. I don't really know a person in the whole entire world that loves to lose every single game, especially in Overwatch. There will be some people that really don't care about their SR, really don't care about the game, whether they're just trolling, whether they're just on their Smurf account, or whether they just realize it's just game. Why do you have to be mad? Whatever meme you want to throw at me, there will be some people that just really don't care about it. But there are a ton of people, probably including yourself, that really hates the aspect of losing because you put so much effort, you put so much man hours, and you put so much, you know, time into a single game, even just one single game, and just to see you lose that whole entire thing, even though you put so much effort, it really does demotivate you to try to go into the next game and try to win. But I think the biggest factor when it comes to that is that a lot of people feel like they're a loser. You know, they feel like, oh, I'm seeing this number drop, I'm seeing like my SR drop, and they tie themselves to that number, and it's understandable because, well, they think in the Overwatch world that that's who they are, that 2,500, that 3,000, that 3,500, whatever the case may be, they see themselves, and if they see that number drop and drop and drop, you might not realize it. And I'm not saying that you're a loser, but that you feel like it. Even for me, for example, let's go back to me, because everything is about me. No, I'm just kidding. But when I was in like almost Grandmasters, I was at 3,800. You know, I was doing so awesome in Season 4. That's why Season 4 is my favorite season. But I started to lose and lose and lose. And one thing that I did on my Twitter was I would show my progression, because one thing about my Twitter, if you're not following me, one thing I like to do is just kind of show my progression, show memes, and just kind of update with you guys. So if you want to go follow me on Twitter, you can totally can. But that's one thing I just want to show, was that I'm not a perfect person. You know, I have my ups and I have my downs, and at that time I was having a really big up, but then I started to drop and drop and drop, and I just want to show you guys that everyone does have their staggers, but it's getting rid of that losers mentality. It's getting rid of that negative mentality and adopting that positive mentality. And I know it really can be hard. It really does suck. And again, this all ties back of how to end a losing streak. But once you realize that sometimes it is just game, why do you have to be mad? But also having that mindset like, yes, we can win. Yes, we will stay positive. Not literally having that happy-go-lucky attitude where you're creeping everybody out, but just being happy that you're playing a video game. game. You know, you guys have to realize at the end of the day, it is a video game, but even for me, I take it very serious and along with you guys. Because let me ask you this, have you ever gone into your first competitive match, and I'm talking about your very first match, and you had an awesome day, you had an awesome breakfast, your girlfriend came over, and we're not going to go into details about what happened, but you had an awesome day is what I'm trying to say. In your very first game, you have a teammate that's just complaining about the last game that he was in. You know, he had a Mercy that were in heal, Roadhog was doing his own thing, Soldier wouldn't get the Pharaoh, whatever complaints that you always hear in a competitive lobby, that sets this negative atmosphere out, and you have nothing to do with it. I guarantee you've been that person. I guarantee you've complained about the previous games. That's not helping your team, and that's definitely not helping you out. Again, this isn't really a step-by-step process. It's more or less looking at yourself and what you're doing, and I always kind of preach in my videos, you know, just stay positive, just always forget about the last game and just try to move on and try to improve. You know, every single game is an improvement, and that's what's so good about losing streaks, and what also sucks about it is that it's showing what you're doing wrong. So one thing that can be technical in terms of a gameplay aspect is look at your heroes, okay? So one thing I suggested was to look at your win percentage for certain type of heroes, whether it's Winston, Soldier, Mercy, and in my case, Mercy wasn't a high win percentage, and maybe that's a hero that you're playing a lot. This is a technical aspect that you just have to change, and you can't continue to play that hero, because every time you play that hero, you just feel negative. It's like, oh, I always play this hero and I always lose. Then play a different hero. Yes, you might need a Mercy, but wouldn't you rather have a better chance on playing a hero that maybe you don't need, but that you have a better win percent? It's just realizing that. So to end this video out, every God player loses games. Seagull loses games, you know, Kevri loses games, Stylosa loses a game, I lose games, whatever Overwatch YouTuber or ever God you look at, I'm not considering myself a God, anybody that you look at that thing, oh, they don't lose the games, they do lose games. But the thing is, what makes them so different than you, especially someone like Seagull, especially someone like Kefri, they realize that losing is a part of Overwatch, but they learn from it. They don't hold grudges because of previous experiences, even days after. I guarantee you there's some people out there that hold grudges and don't want to play competitive because, oh, we had a thrower on your team. Realize that you can only control so much, but realize that you can control what you do. So look at the heroes that you play and look at your own attitude. How can you improve from that? What heroes do you need to learn? You know, there's a lot of things that you can do to end the losing streak that you might not realize is a process to end the losing streak. But that's because not a lot of people talk about it. So many people treat it like a technical thing, like, oh, you need to up your sensitivity by 10, you need to change to a green dot. No, it's not always like that. It's a video game, yes, but realize that holding on to negative experiences that happened in the past isn't going to help you change your future in a more positive light. So I know this wasn't a very technical video, except for looking at your heroes and the win percentage, just changing that around and just trying to learn new heroes, but that can help. But also looking at yourself and how you are acting in the Overwatch lobby. Again, I'm not always perfect, I do have my faults, but even I'm like an example, like I can still learn and you guys can still learn too. So overall, just learn from every game, learn from every experience, and just enjoy the ride, because you can only control so much. So I love you guys, thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come. Sorry if this video wasn't really what you were looking for, but hopefully it seriously can help you in the future. I love you guys, and bye.